Hello, my name is Shane Melling. I'm joined by UIW senior men's basketball player Denzel Livingston. Denzel, you recently played in the Portsmouth Invitational Tournament. A good honor. They invite some of the top players in the country to go there. Just take us through kind of what you did from the time you left San Antonio all the way through the end of the weekend.
Well, this is my first time actually flying by myself. So I had to wake up like at 9 o'clock to catch a flight. Then I haven't ate the whole day, and we had to go from San Antonio to Atlanta, then Atlanta to Virginia. And when we got to Virginia, they had a host guy that, like, I guess he just knew who the players was, and he called our names every time he saw us. And he escorted us to the player check-in spot where they had vans for us to take to the hotel. And as soon as we got to the hotel, it was around like 7 o'clock, and we had to do our height and weight and our reach for our arms, our wingspan.
So they measured you all up.
Yeah, they did all that. And I'm mad that they got my weight because it was a bad time. I eat the whole day. So, and then after that, I went to the facility and watched some other teams play. And the next morning, we had to wake up at 7 o'clock to go do some pre-combine testing. There's a lot of agility testing and 25-yard run and the vertical test, which was pretty good. I did pretty decent in that.
I saw you practicing those things the week or two before you went. Did that kind of practice help you out?
Yeah, it did, because I didn't know what I was getting myself into, so that helped a lot.
And then, so you do the combine stuff, and then is it straight into the games?
Well, we had to play late on that night, so we had to get loose, then we had to wait a long time and got back stiff. Then late on that night, like around 7 p.m. was our first game.
Mm-hmm. And then you had a couple really good games. I know the first game, I think you had 14 points, 4 steals, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, something like that. And then you had 18 points in the second game. What was the level of competition like, and what was it like for you playing against maybe some guys that you've only seen on TV?
I like that level because I like to show a lot of people that I can really play, and not against just the Southland Conference. It was like a lot of more teams that was in bigger conferences. Mm-hmm. And I especially liked it because nobody knew who I was really. And after the first game, everybody just came up, started talking to me, asked me like where my school was from and all the basic questions and stuff. And everybody really got to know who Denzel Livingston was, and that's why I came out and proved a point. I had played with a chip on my shoulder and came out with a good result.
Now, how hard was it, I guess, since you haven't played with any of the guys before, how hard is it meshing, there's 8-man teams, how hard is it meshing together to actually be able to play, good basketball?
I mean, we had one practice the whole time, and the practice was just based off of pick and rolls, so like NBA type of plays, and the big mans would just come and post up, and I guess I don't know, we just kind of had like a little chemistry because we had all spoke to each other before the game, and everybody was just on the same page.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because I'm always worried, like, you go into those type of things, one guy's just going to try to dominate the ball and shoot every time. But it didn't, just looking at your games, didn't look like that happened. Looked like you guys shared the ball pretty well. Who was the best player you played against over there?
The best player I played against? I don't remember the name. I know it's a guard from Villanova, and it's one big from, I would say, the big from Xavier.
Oh, Stainbrook?
Yeah.
So he's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, he's a wide back. He killed our bigs.
What was your, I guess, favorite moment from the weekend, playing in the tournament?
Let me see. Really, like, everybody gets to know what UIW stands for now, and showing people what I can really do against other talent out there, and just the whole experience, how how the whole process went with the tournament.
I know the tournament's been around for a long time. Do they treat you guys well? Is everything kind of? Can you tell it's like a top-notch event? Yeah,
it was a top-notch hotel too. The hotel had like secret walls, like it was pictures on the wall, but it was like a door. I mean, secret door.
Yeah.
Secret wall.
That's cool. And when you're there, do you get to talk to any scouts or anything from teams, or are they not allowed to talk to you?
Yeah, well, I say after my first game, the next morning I had 2 interviews with Utah Jazz and Oklahoma City Thunder. And late at night, after my second game, I had a talk with Boston Celtics, which was really pretty good. Because they don't look like scouts, but they're really real scouts.
Yeah. What are some of the questions they ask you?
Well, they already knew who I was as a player, so they wanted to ask like personal information, like where I grew up from and what I think was my strengths and weaknesses.
What'd you tell them?
I told them for my weaknesses, everybody needs to always improve somewhere in their defense, and I also told them to get my left hand stronger.
Do they offer any suggestions like, you know, if you work on this or if you do this, these are some of the things, you know, we're looking for? Or do they just kind of only ask you questions and not really give you much?
Yeah, not really. They just only ask me questions.
All right, and then what's the next step for you from this point forward?
I gotta wait. Right now I'm still doing workouts with my trainer, so I gotta wait for the teams to contact my agent in like mid-May, so one of the teams can fly me out to do individual workouts.
And then school's up here pretty soon, and how hard is it juggling, you know, traveling, working out, and then, you know, finishing up the school year?
It's real hard. It's very stressful. I thought after our basketball season it'd be easy, but no, it's worse. It's very stressful right now, but I get through it.
All right, Denzel, thanks for joining us, and get some rest.
Thanks for having me.